It's going to be very short. Don't worry. I said no. No, no, no. And it wasn't too easy to say no to Father Alex, say no to Mike Manitos, and my brother George here. But I'm here, and I kind of like it. It's kind of nice. The film, I saw it for the first time. I'm not sure I would have allowed it, but nice job, Mike. Want to thank the Board of Trustees in honoring me. I don't think I deserve it, but I like it, I want it, and I feel very good about it. I have six items that I want to talk about, and they're short. I promise you not more than 3 minutes for the whole thing. I think family, and it could be number 6, it could be number 1, but I put it on the top. Family, my wife Marissa. I wasn't allowed to say how many years we were married because you people could backtrack on her age. But thank you, Marissa, for putting up with me. On Christmas Day and Thanksgiving, I'm working. Father Alex knows that. My son Anthony and Patsy, thank you for being wonderful children. Patsy ran the business for about 5 years, and she got fed up with me and left me. That's not true. Anthony took over, and he's tripled the business. And he works harder than I do. Many, many parents are very upset because their kids don't go to work, and work is hard. I'm the opposite. My son works 12 to 16 hours a day. My grandchildren, I love them. My great-grandchildren, I love them. There's 3 tables out there, and that's only the New Jersey, New York people. If we bring the Warren, Ohio people in, we'd fill the place up.
Next year.
Number 2, AVI, 65 years. Marissa and I started the business. I used to call them employees, but Anthony tells me they're associates now. So we've got 10,000 of them scattered around the world. And I love each and every one of them, and I pray. I pray for them every day. As I get older, I tell stories. In my first business, I had a little bar and restaurant, and at lunchtime, I would put an apron on and tend bar and serve the people at the bar. And there was a very wealthy guy from Warren, Ohio, and his name was Vic Nadel, and he says, Vic would call me, hey kid, come over here, I want to talk to you. My God, Vic Nadel wanted to talk to me, so I reach over. He said, I'm going to give you some business advice. I says, oh, Vic's going to tell me about a key property that I can buy or something. He says, find a company that has 0 employees. I says, oh, I was going to swear. I says, oh, cripes. The guy's getting old. What kind of advice that is, no employees? He finished eating up his dinner and calls me up again, kid, come over here. If you can't find anybody with 0 employees, find one with 1 employee. I should have listened to him because I'd go crazy trying to keep track of everybody. Number 3, we have St. Demetrius Church in Warren, Ohio. Born, raised, that's my church. We have Metropolitan Solace, our Pittsburgh Metropolitan. And then my spiritual friend, my love, the Archbishop Piraforos. I love him, I respect him, I pray for him every day that he succeeds. And I think on top of my notes here, unity, 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 and love. We're a small nation, we're a small minority in this country, and we have to stick together. We have to learn to get along, and we can succeed. When we have different factions, it's not going to work. Let's see, 3, 1, 2, 3. Church, number 4, Warren, Ohio. It's a little better than the one in West Virginia. John, which one you from? Where? John? Michael Saros. Where is it? Weirton, Pennsylvania.
Other side of the river.
Yeah, we're from Warren, Ohio. I love Warren, Ohio. If you stop for a red light and there's 3 cars in front of you, it's a traffic jam. I love Warren. I love the state of Ohio, and I love my country, the USA. I can't tell you that my dad and mother came from Chios, 1929. My sister was born. I was 1931, and my brother, 3 kids in the middle of depression. My dad had 3 jobs. We didn't need a babysitter. We didn't need anything. We didn't need insurance. He just had 3 jobs, and he raised us, never on welfare. Number 5, Hellenism and Orthodoxy. I think that's very important. And we are building a youth center, and the wealthiest guy in the community, they assigned him to me so I could get his pledge. I went up to him and told him how we've got to keep Hellenism, we've got to do this. And he looked me, he was a lawyer, he looked me straight in the eye. He says, if you really want Hellenism, there's 3 or 4 planes leaving New York every day to Greece, and you can get all the Hellenism you want. He told me that. I kind of fought back with him, but he did give us a good donation. And the last thing is Greece, my parents' homeland. I love Greece and what you people have done to energize. And if the Greek Americans and the Greek Germans and the Greek Australians and the Canadians, if we all get together with their leadership, we might be able, because Greece is just a little country of 9 million people, and it's so important to us, but maybe to the rest of the world, it's not that great. So we as a group have to stick together. Again, unity and love. This is, again, I met Father Alex in Cleveland in 1985, and somebody had told me that you should join leadership. And my hand was shaking that I had to come up with $10,000. So I wrote a check and I drove to Cleveland, and I thought that was the greatest donation in the world. And I barged into a meeting that Father Alex had, and he chewed my butt out. How dare you interrupt the executive meeting of leadership? He let me have it. Leave. You can't interrupt this meeting. I said, maybe I can buy 4 more vending machines if I tear up that check and go back to Warren, Ohio. But that's what happened with Father Alex. And Father Alex, the only big word I'm going to use in this speech, there's a triology. I just saw that in the dictionary. And Father, thanks to Presbytera Xanthi, is Father here? I didn't see him. Are you here, Father, tonight?
Straight ahead.
Oh, is
Straight ahead.
Xanthi here? Anyway, Father has done a lot for the community. He helped found leadership. We have $110 million in the bank. That's sacred, and whatever it earns, we give back to the church. He left and he put my friend, what's her name? Paulette Polis. I think Paulette's here. And Paulette's done a wonderful job. And then the archons, the only way they could repair the patriarchate was if some ship owner in Athens or Chios had a good year, would donate more money to the patriarch so we could remodel it or keep it going. And thanks to Father Alex and also the doctor, I think there's around 30 million as an endowment for the future patriarchs to use. And the final thing, this Hellenic Initiative. And anymore, I don't have much to do. And I was watching a cooking program. And the cooking program was a Greek woman in it. And she was talking about pasticcio, olive oil from Greece. Even the vinegar from Greece is better than any vinegar in the world. And I watched that whole cooking program because Anthony won't let me do anything for the company anymore. So I watched a cooking program, and the sponsor was the Hellenic Institute. That was nationwide. So you guys are doing something good. The last thing I have, there is so many people, 85, 40, about 50 years I've been involved in the church. And I've met so many great Greek Americans. Probably, and I'll get in trouble, the one I admired the most was Alex Spanos. There was something about him that when Bob Hope died, he was the executor. There was something about him. We used to go to his football games, and I really thought he was one of the most important people. But I think, God rest his soul, right now, there's one that's moving up fast. And Michael Psaros. I can't say enough what Michael has done in his short lifetime. And Robin put up with him. He's going to be okay. But I can't say enough about you. These 2 Greek Americans I admire tremendously. Hellenic Initiative, I did make a mistake. About 25 years ago, 30 years ago, my friend George Stamos bought a whole bunch of lobsters and crabs and brought him to Cleveland, Ohio, and he tried to talk me into buying a professional football team. And he had me cornered. We could have bought a team for around 300 million that's worth now 3 billion. And I said, no, it's not a good investment. But he actually had a team lined up for me to talk to, and I was just too chicken. Anyway, that's it. The last thing I have to say is around 40, 50 years ago, I was chosen to be on the Archdiocese Council. So I couldn't wait when I got the letter. I went over to my dad and I says, Dad, do you realize I'm going to go to the Archdiocese Council? And he pulled up that we always talked in the kitchen. He says, son, you've done pretty well in Warren. People respect you. But you're going to go to New York with those lawyers and those doctors. You can't keep up with them. They're too smart for you. Stay in Warren where you belong. And I tell my father now that's dead, Dad, there's 900 people here honoring me. Thank you.